Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys a simple solution for your small farm for transferring fuel. So in the past I've used 5-6 gallon cans and it works and it's fine, but it's starting to get old and it's starting to hurt my back. So I was looking for a different solution. So I found this fuel transfer tank at TSC. This is a 35 gallon tank. I'll show you a little bit more later. You get to see it. It's only about 1 foot wide, and I think it's 3.5 foot or so long. And I bought this specific one because I was going to mount it to my truck, and I had a little nook at the front. It was going to fit perfect, and it still will, but I'm not sure if I want to bolt it there permanently. So for now, we're going to bolt it down to this pallet so I can move it and put it in whatever truck I want and just throw a strap over it. So we're going to show you the process here today. I have a pump here, just a simple hand pump. And one thing I am adding that I would recommend is at least there is a fuel tank. There's a filter kit right here that I bought as well. I think they have one, or you can get one that's a fuel water separator filter. It might be a combined thing. But we're just going to put the filter on today. I think that's kind of the minimum of what you want to do. So let's go ahead and we'll get some stuff unboxed and we'll show you kind of how this gets assembled. All right, so here we go. Here's all of our stuff. Got our wonderful instructions here for our pump handle. Here's your suction tube that goes down in the tank. It's adjustable. Here's the pump, I guess valve body, whatever you want to call it there, the pump itself. That, with any luck, because I didn't check, will hopefully screw down into the top of this tank without an issue. So we'll see about that. This was a bag of hardware that came with the tank. And then we have our pump handle and a couple other little things in there. And then the filter kit, we have our filter, and it came with the housing. And I did buy a couple of these little adapters to adapt everything. One side here will fit into the pump itself, then our filter will spin on, and then we'll come out, and we just have a basic simple hose here that we're going to connect to. Not super long. I may end up putting a longer hose on there. I think it's about 8 feet or so. It is a 3/4 inch hose, and just on the end it has a very simple end on there, kind of a little tab, so you can put it down in the top of a tank and it'll kind of latch there. Very, very simple setup. Nothing fancy here. And we'll go over pricing after. I'll kind of tell you everything, what everything costs. I will tell you though right now, in case I forget, and I'll show you, there's a little dent on the back side of the tank, so I was able to get a discount on it. So that was good. So let's go ahead, now that we've got everything unpackaged, let's start putting everything together. Now I will mention too that this particular tank that we bought, it has the cap here on top, and let me walk you around here and I'll show you real quick. So it has this plastic cap here we pop out, and this area is threaded. That's where we're going to put our pump in. And then over here, this cap, this came with the tank. All of this was installed already. I didn't do anything special. It is a locking, you can put a little lock on there. Here's the tank itself while we're back here. So here's the dimensions. It's a 36 gallon, I think I said 35, 49 by 19 by 11 1/4. And there you go. But right here is the dent. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Right there it bows in. Doesn't bother me a bit, but hey, with the cost of everything, if you can get a little discount, you can get a little discount. So let's go ahead. They even gave you some Teflon tape. How about that? I don't know if it'll be enough or not. So let's get set up here and we'll start putting stuff together. All right, so let's start with our suction tube. It has multiple pieces here if you had a really deep tank. This is the piece we're gonna use. This is adjustable. It just slides in and out. So we're gonna screw this right into the bottom of our pump. I don't know if we 100% need Teflon tape on this fitting or not. The instructions aren't terribly clear about that. But I'm going to do it just because I'm going to feel better about it, knowing that I did it. And the hopeful potential for sucking any air or leaks or anything will be minimized by doing this. So we're gonna go ahead and just do it. Just screw this right into the bottom of our pump. All right, be careful doing that so you don't mar everything up. So we got that installed. Now we gotta pop this little guy out here, and we're gonna put some Teflon tape on the bottom of this guy here too, just to be safe. Okay, so since it has these little feet at the bottom, kind of gives you a little bit of an airspace, I'm just gonna pull this down and just let it touch the bottom, and it'll sort of self-adjust as we go down in there. So now we'll just go ahead and push it down, and then we'll start her spinning. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. So our handle, we got this little S thingy. That's supposed to go in there. This goes in there. And then we have this little pin here. That fits through there. And, oh, we have one of these little clips that goes on the back side to hold this pin in. There's that. And they give you this nice little rubber grip that we will slide down on the top of the handle that way. And then there we go. We're pumping away just like that. So that handle will tuck back nice out of the way after. So, all right, there's the handle. Now we got to figure out the rest of it. All right, so it's been a couple days since I've been working on this project here. And I contemplated a few things, had to consider and figure out what I was going to do here. So first change I made since the last clip the other day was I turned this so the handle was out the back instead of out the side. I just did that simply because if I put this in the back of my pickup truck, you know, if the handle was this way, you'd be getting close to hitting the side of the bed of the truck. So I decided putting it towards the back was a better choice. So I turned this, the pump. And the other thing I've been trying to figure out is the filter housing here and where to mount the filter. I've tried all different things here. I got different pipes and you know, different couplers to fit on different scenarios here. You get, with this filter kit, these two adapters come with it, and you get this one short piece of pipe. That's all that comes with the filter kit. So this elbow, and this is actually stainless, and this is stainless. These pieces here, you know, I had to buy. So I think what I'm going to do here is, again, I've tried this in all different ways, and I think I'm going to mount it this way. The filter will just clear and fit up on there, and then actually the hose that came with it came with this elbow. So I think I'm going to put that right into there, and it will stick out past the end of the tank a little bit, but not so much. There's a mounting tab down there. But this will put everything facing the right direction, keep it as compact as possible. That was one of the scenarios that I was trying to come up with, because, you know, this pump really wasn't intended to have a filter assembly on it. And believe it or not, this little housing here is actually fairly heavy. I mean, this is it's a pretty heavy cast piece. And then of course you add a filter with diesel fuel in it. You know, you're adding a lot of weight. So I'm trying to keep everything as tight to the pump as possible. So, you know, I'd considered going this way to keep everything this way, but then the filter doesn't fit. So what you have to do then would be to put a pipe in here to extend this out. So then what you've done is created a bunch of leverage, because this is now over here. There's a bunch of leverage for this to pull, and I don't want to break anything while this thing is bouncing down the road. So anyway, long story short, I think this is going to be the best approach. So let's put it together. All this stuff has to be assembled. So off camera, I'm going to go ahead. I'll Teflon tape everything up. nobody needs to see me doing that for 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and we go to put it together. All right, let's see if we can get this housing put on here now. Got most of the fittings taped up. Hopefully I got enough Teflon tape on there. So sometimes you just gotta stop wherever you need to go and hope it doesn't leak. Because see, now that, with the wrench on, it seems like it might be able to go around one more time, but maybe not. Right now it's pretty snug, so we're gonna leave it. So now we gotta try and get this hose on here. All right, this is a little tricky here, trying to get this plastic thread started with all this hose on here, but this guy just needs to get around and drop down in the downward position, and we'll be all set. All right, we're getting ready to put this filter on. I just thought I'd show you here the number. It says remove particulates and detect water. I don't know how it's supposed to let you know that if there's water in there or not, but maybe it does sort of work as a fuel water separator. I don't know. Never seen a filter that said that before, but the cool thing I thought was right there, made in the old US of A. So I already put some stuff on the gasket here. So let's go ahead, let me just wipe this, make sure I didn't get any stuff on the surface. I'll go ahead and get this on here. All right, so one other thing that as you're putting this together that you want to keep in mind is the fuel filter housing here. It's directional. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's an arrow pointing, so the fuel has to come in this side and go out that side. So just keep little things like that in mind when you're assembling things. All right, so what I'm going to do here is just drill some holes and put some lag bolts in. They give you hardware to mount it to a truck or something, but of course this one's right on a stinking nail. Basically all I want to do is hold the tank to the pallet. When I haul it, I'll put a strap over the whole thing. I'm not worried about All right, I'll take one final look around here. I think everything's done. As I was saying before with the lag bolts, I don't plan on just strapping the pallet. I'm going to put a strap over the whole thing, probably just feed it right through there, depending on how it sits on the truck, or I could go the other way, whatever. But the only reason I lag bolted it to the pallet is so when I take it on and off the truck or in and out of the truck, less chance of the tank tipping over because it's kind of a narrow, tall shape. So anyway, but there's our pump system. We'll see how that works. Hopefully the pump works. It seems like it has pressure. And then, of course, we'll have to check for leaks after when we go to use the thing. So hopefully that'll be good. Seems like a decent little setup here for a simple farm tank. It actually turned out pretty well. And it does have this little hook here that, you know, it's a little bit adjustable, but you can hook the simple nozzle in there. But here's the little more on the tank. I don't know if I showed that. Made in Mexico. But yeah, it came with all this hardware and stuff. So there it is, guys. A nice, simple solution to fuel storage, fuel transfer on your farm. Work good for a business. Whatever you got going on, it's a nice, simple way to do it. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope it was helpful and informative to you. If you have any questions about what you see here, please leave it in the comment section down below. If you have any suggestions or experience with small setups that would be helpful to others, again, leave it in the comment section down below. We're always looking for new information here. Appreciate it. All right, so yeah, thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind, if you just Click that little subscribe button and the bell icon too on your way out the door. I'd appreciate it. And if you're right there anyway, maybe hit the thumbs up too, please. I appreciate that as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all on the next video.